Hello, I'm Ashley, and I'm going to be doing a reading for the full moon in Sagittarius. And I honestly just started recording this video. I was doing it on my phone actually at first, and I got this new phone, but it doesn't have as much storage on it. So I was like halfway through recording it, and it just like stopped me. So anyway, I was like, okay, maybe that's just not the reading. So we're just going to go ahead and start over again. Is it okay? Because I was just getting a lot of energy there, so I felt like I had so many good messages come through, so that kind of stinks, but we'll just see what else comes up. Maybe that message just wasn't ready. It feels like that message wasn't ready to be heard yet. Okay. That makes sense. Let's see here. All right, Spirit. What do we need to know for this full moon? This full moon in Sagittarius. It feels very like adventurous. It feels very like passionate. It feels like exploring yourself, exploring your emotions, exploring your desires, exploring more about who you are, like going within yourself. It feels very, because it's very like a deep emotionally, it feels like, but it's also like this energy and this sense of feeling at home within yourself and feeling very stable and feeling very practical and feeling very connected to your sense of self, connected to like your foundation, and really wanting to address your own like insecurities and the things that are stopping you from what you want. And yeah, like really getting clear is what it feels like. And like really getting back to what you love. And there's a sense of like, okay, let's just see what comes up. What do we need to know for this full moon in Sagittarius? Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so I like this energy. This energy to me is always like a beginner's mindset. It's also to me like a card of like finances and home and like, but it's also a card of like creative endeavors or business ventures or creative solutions or like a new beginning in the physical plane. Like this sense of like not having a lot, but also like being okay with this one pentacle that you have and being in this energy of like, okay, this is what I have and that's okay. Being proud, being grateful of this one pentacle. She's like admiring it, kind of holding it up there like, look at my one pentacle that I have. Like very proud of the pentacle that you have created. Being in this beginner's mindset, the page is always a beginner's mindset, like especially being in the beginner's mindset in the physical realm. Like I know for me personally, like I feel very, very when it comes in regards to like the physical, I'm a very spiritual person. I'm just a very like I'm just very connected to my soul. Like it's just I see the world through my soul, and so sometimes being in the energy of the physical realm can feel very heavy. And so it's like finding that place within yourself where you feel very valuable, where you feel very stable within yourself. It's that sense of like home within yourself, that sense of feeling secure, like are feeling wealthy, feeling prosperous, feeling like, like feeling like I am enough. That's what I feel like. I am enough. Repeat that affirmation. And like believing it. And this is just like a pure energy. And I love that because it's about creating from this sense of purity, creating from this sense of like, it's the energy behind the creation. It's the energy behind the business. It's the energy behind, the creation that really matters. If you're creating from a sense of purity, if you're creating from a sense of source and from being connected to yourself and feeling really grounded and balanced within yourself and wealthy and prosperous within yourself, then that you will create this. But you also have to be in that mindset of like a beginner's mindset, allowing yourself to grow, allowing yourself to become the Queen of Pentacles. I love that. Yeah, so it's just admiring what you have in the physical, being grateful for what you have, and valuing what you have, and respecting what you have, respecting your body even, because the pentacles always speak to me of body. So being really in tune to what your body needs, maybe investing in your body, investing in your health, just looking where you invest your energy, because it's not just about physical money, it's about the value and where we're exchanging our energy and exchanging our money, exchanging our power. I see the pentacles as kind of like our solar plexus chakra, like our value. And every time you decide to expend your energy on somebody, like whether it be your friends, whether it be family, and you give them a coin, basically every single time. It's an energetic exchange. You're investing into them, you're investing into that relationship. But if that relationship isn't serving you anymore, quit investing into it. Especially like in the physical form. That's what I'm getting. So just being aware of what you're investing in with your energy and who are you giving your power to. So like if you're allowing someone to make you feel trapped, if you're allowing someone to make you feel like insecure, especially, then you're expending your energy. You're giving them money, and you're saying, I don't mean like money, you're giving them like power basically over you. But that directly results to what we give our energy to, and that's what we're sending out to the universe. We're saying, hey, I'd rather give to this than allow myself to take a step back and receive what I'm meant to have, and believing that I am worthy enough and that I am good enough to have it. Being grateful for what I already have, which draws more of that to you. Okay, what do we need to know about this Page of Pentacles with this full moon? Okay, Two of Cups. I like that energy. So this is like give and take, like I was just saying, like in excuse me, in regards to relationship, and like being able to like, you see they're both meeting with each other with their own cups, like they're bringing their own cups, and they can like be able to pour into each other's cups, because of this sense of like already feeling provided for, which is this energy, which is I like the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is like this desire to like want to provide for yourself, or wanting to provide in general, but still being a beginner at it, still being like young at it, still like needing to grow, which is totally an okay place to be. It's a great energy actually, because that's when you learn the most about yourself. It feels like when you're open and receptive to like giving exchanges, like giving better exchanges, more reciprocal changes, a more give and take, a more healthy exchange is what I was getting, because that's what I was kind of seeing with this, is like the exchanges you have with the relationships you have and the people. Like, what are you giving your energy to? What are you giving, like, because it's like it's like a value bank. I'm just seeing this bank, but it's like an energetic bank, but it like is translating to a physical, like it like boomerangs into the physical, like these energetic exchanges you make. Let's say, like, for example, you need to focus on your home, but instead you avoid being at home because you hate being there right now, and you choose to go like hang out with your friends, or to just be away from home because that feels like you're actually doing what you're supposed to be doing, but actually you're avoiding it. And what the lesson is actually like your focus needs to be on the thing that you want to shift. And so by not being and not investing in your home, and not investing and taking the time to make your home the place that you want it to be, and that means within yourself too, and that's exactly what it's translating from, like, then you're investing your energy in them, and the people like that you're using to actually avoid, you're giving them your energy, you're giving your power away. So it's like calling in your energy. That's what I'm seeing, is I see this energy of like the solar plexus chakra, and the intention is really clear, the emotions are aligned, but the energy is still scattered. The energy is invested in other things that are not serving, and so they're taking away from where your energy should be invested. And that's what I'm saying. It's like calling back in your energy, calling back in that. And that's what that's what I'm feeling like this is, like calling back in your energy, and focusing on this energy, like embodying this energy of two of cups. Like, so feeling very like, balanced within yourself, especially emotionally, and feeling this is a place of like peace and harmony, and finding that within yourself, that balance, that give and take, knowing when to give to yourself, and when you can give to others, like knowing your boundaries. It's just this sense of like balance within yourself. I like that. That's what we need to know. This woman. That's interesting. Okay. I just feel like as like this translates, like as we work on this, like this Page of Pentacles energy within ourselves, it creates a sense of like harmony and love and balance within ourselves too, which is beautiful. And it does feel like an energy of like teamwork too, like an energy of like being able to work well with other people, like in relationships, in regards to all aspects of our life, not just romantic, but like Yeah. And that all starts with ourselves, and by being able to give to ourselves and knowing what we need to be able to take care of ourselves, so that we can meet other people in like a place where we can say, like, I need, this is what I need from you. And if you can't give that to me, that's fine. I'll find a way to give it to myself, is what it feels like, kind of like just knowing what you need so that you know how to take care of yourself and not like being dependent on somebody else. Okay. What is being illuminated with this full moon? What's being illuminated? Okay, King of Swords. I was feeling that energy, kind of like a very detached energy. This is what's being illuminated. This is also about like, I wish you could kind of see these better. This is about like feeling very like detached, but feeling very like having clarity, feeling very discerning, feeling very like your ability to stay emotionally detached from things, but to also be like stable within yourself. And this is also our ability to make decisions. It feels like that clear cut, like with the sword there. Like I just feel like clarity is what's being illuminated. Let's see what else comes up with that. What else is being illuminated with this King of Swords here? And the King of Swords could represent like an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And we did the cups, I guess. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pentacles is earth sign. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. What is being illuminated with the King of Swords with this full moon? Wheel of Fortune, yes. Okay, so yes, I'm feeling this energy of like, as we become more in this energy of like this detachment, but like feeling very clear, we really create this shift, and this is what we're getting, the Wheel of Fortune. That's what it feels like, forward motion. And I like that there's a sphinx. Is that what it is? It's holding a sword up there too. I can see that. So that just stuck out to me. I've never really noticed that before. But it made sense with the King of Swords there. And it's kind of sitting at the top. Like, it's kind of like sitting back and like, it's kind of that energy of like knowing, like having really strong boundaries and like knowing what you're going to allow in your life, and not basically that what I was feeling with that, like you're that energy exchange and like the energy being scattered. It feels like that's what's being illuminated. The ability to detach from other people's energies, to really be in that energy. Because the King of Swords, he's not very emotional, but sometimes it's okay to not be like too caught up in things, because then it's like this being able to see your life from a different perspective. The King of Swords is like, it's like clarity, like just a whole new perspective on life, and that's what's creating this shift. And there's this like, and he's confident too. He can also get a little egotistical. He can get too caught up in his mind if it's not balanced with the heart. But I'm not getting that energy from this. I'm just getting this very stoic energy, this energy of like, no, I know what I want. And this is also a card of communication. So maybe like communicating from this place of this King of Swords, which I really love, like this energy of detachment, but not from a place of like meanness. It's just a energy of like feeling very like responsible. That's what I'm getting from this King of Swords, like, but also like clear on what he wants, and kind of like he knows how to get it.
Yes, really.
And he knows how to like communicate in a very like strong way, in a very like direct way. The King of Swords is very direct, very straight to the point, very straightforward, and that is great. That does create this Wheel of Fortune, like, because when you can use your communication, and especially if you're communicating from this energy of like Two of Cups, and it's coming from this energy, then that's a great energy to be in. That's what I love. And it's creating this Wheel of Fortune. So it's like moving you're shifting your destiny, your choices, your words, the things you choose to say, the things you choose to do. They are creating shifts. And I'm feeling this energy right now in my sacral chakra, which I love with the Sagittarius energy. So That's interesting. Yeah, feeling like because it's like aligning with your passions and like moving towards those. And this is like, yeah, just having really clear boundaries and knowing what you're going to, and knowing what you're going to be able to accept in your life and what you're not. So I really like that, and that really creates the shift. So that's what's being illuminated. Our ability to like create our own shifts and create our own reality and create the things we do want, with our ability to like have a really clear intention and speaking from a place of like, the King of Swords is like a place of authority, but it's not like a power sense. It's like a energy of like being very like sure of what you want, like having a very clear direction. So it's like a lot of clarity. Yes, that's what's being illuminated. So that's great. What is being released? What needs to be released with this full moon? Okay, Queen of Pentacles. I like this energy. This is an earth sign, so this is what needs to be released. This energy of like this is just a very nurturing energy, this very loving energy. What are we getting? What needs to be released here? I'm getting like anything that's not in alignment with this Queen of Pentacles energy needs to be released. Any energy that's not like, because this is a very grounded energy. This is a very like stable energy. This because we have the Page, and then the next step from that would be the Queen. And so I love that. That's what we need. Anything that's keeping us from feeling in this energy of this Queen of Pentacles, because the Queen of Pentacles is about the embodiment of this energy. So really embodying that energy of stability and groundedness, centeredness, being able to really be with yourself, knowing your value, knowing your worth, like nurturing your worth, nurturing your value. Yeah, just feeling very connected to the earth plane. Feeling you might feel very connected to children, to mothering, to animals and nature. You may feel very called to that, and to that's really a great like direction to move towards. It helps you really connect to the earth. Just getting this really grounded earth energy, and I'm just loving it. So I'm just like staring at this card. I really love the Queen of Pentacles. I am getting this really strong energy. Sorry, I just have to take a minute. There may just be like mother wounds that need to be released, is what I'm getting. Feeling a lot of energy in my heart chakra right now. But I'm also picking up on Mother Mary. You can really call upon her to remother yourself, to make you feel nurtured and cared for. Really connecting to the earth helps doing that. So really releasing anywhere where you don't think you're good enough, basically, is what I'm getting. Releasing any doubts, any worries, any fears, to believing that you deserve health and wealth and abundance and prosperity and love. Okay, what else can you tell us? What else needs to be released with this Queen of Pentacles? Knight of Pentacles. So what I'm getting is what needs to be released is this, like, to be patient, to allow things to move at a very slow pace is what I'm getting, because the Knight of Pentacles is very slow. And the Queen of Pentacles, it's a very earth energy. But I also like that this woman is like sitting here, and then the horse looks like, and the man are going towards the woman. That's how I kind of like want to set it. That's how I'm going to set it down, like this kind of. So like being in this energy and being in that Queen of Pentacles energy and allowing that energy to move towards you. allow it to grow and mature and to move towards that's just what I'm getting. That's what needs to be released. It's like this energy of impatience, allowing that energy to because when you're in the energy of Queen of Pentacles, time does not matter because you're so connected to yourself, you're so connected to earth, you're so connected to, you know, your sense of value that you feel like that time doesn't really exist. And so you're so much in that energy, and you just are in that energy of creation because it's, you know, the Pentacles energy. To me, it feels like a very creative energy, and allowing like it to blossom and move at its own pace, kind of just like as earth does. It's like it's like very patient, it's very slow, it's very like it has its seasons. And so allowing it to be like to move at its own pace is what I'm getting. That's what needs to be released, is any like impatience towards like growth. That's interesting, but I totally understand because I'm very impatient. So I know that patience is one of my lessons in this lifetime, and that's why I call upon Mother Mary quite often, because she helps me with that. Because I can get pretty impatient. But I love her energy, and I do love the Knight of Pentacles because he's deliberate and he's like strategic, and he's like it's like a very like, yeah, it's a nice energy. It's a very grounded energy too. It's a very stable energy. I love both of those energies. So anywhere like releasing, I'm getting is like to release anywhere like you don't feel stable and fine. Because Queen of Pentacles is like an energy of finding that inner peace within yourself to me. Like feeling at peace with yourself, feeling at peace with your body and your mind, because it's the earth queen. And when that feels good, then your soul has this vessel to like just allow itself to radiate that Queen of Pentacles energy, that energy of like abundance and prosperity and wealth. And it was funny because when I had the Queen of Pentacles out, underneath the deck was the Empress, so I was kind of feeling that energy too. Okay, what is your advice for us in this full moon? Like, what is your advice for us right now? Okay, Two of Pentacles. Yes, this came up in the reading that I had originally started, the Two of Pentacles. So allowing yourself to ground the energy, like to ground your emotions, to be in the energy of like happiness, because it's a card of like joy and happiness, but it's also a card of like juggling, and like things aren't completely certain yet and things aren't set in stone. And so allowing yourself to move with the flow and go with the flow with the ships there that are sailing, like going on these waves. So the emotions aren't completely out of control. It's not like a terrible emotional time, but it's still like there's obstacles. It's still a little bit challenging. It's still a little bit bumpy. Things are still a little like, ooh, like, like not set in stone, like I said. And so, but allowing yourself to step back and kind of watch your growth, because the higher hat always speaks to me of like being connected to source, and I'm feeling from the divine masculine that they're feeling very connected to source, and like also learning about themselves, and allowing themselves to take a step back and see the joy in their growth and see the joy in where they are at, even if it seems uncertain, even if it feels like it's like not stable yet, but being able to like still have fun and still be hopeful for the future. That's what this card is to me. Like, because it's not like the Ten of Pentacles, it's not even the Knight or the Page of the Pentacles, it's still Two of Pentacles. So this is the advice, to allow yourself to like balance the spiritual and the practical, to allow yourself to balance your emotions and your logic, especially with the King of Swords there. But also we had the Two of Cups, so it's like that feeling of your heart space and your head space, and kind of balancing those two. And even if things don't seem certain, to allow yourself to go with the flow, to like have a clear idea and have a clear intention, but to allow things to unfold as they will, like we were saying with the Knight of Pentacles, allowing it to bloom and adapt and kind of grow as it will, and being able to shift and being able to adapt and go with the flow, not getting too stuck in your ways, not getting too rigid, but also staying grounded to the earth and moving forward slowly. Yes, I really like that energy. That's the advice. Okay, what else can you tell us with this Two of Pentacles? What is your advice with this Two of Pentacles? Eight of Pentacles, yes, exactly. Keep moving forward. Keep creating. Keep moving. Keep working. Keep working towards what you're doing, because it is working. It's saying that there's still some work to do, basically. Keep putting my shirt in the tea. There's still like work to do. There's still things that need to be worked on, but it's like saying just to keep going. Like this is like all you've already done, but there's still this one he's working on, and he has another one right here. So still allowing yourself to go with the flow and keep moving forward is what I'm getting. Which can seem at the time like not pleasant, but yeah, and then under the deck was Page of Swords. So, this to me, like, there's two, like, I see the Page of Swords. It can be either taken as, like, this energy of, like, being blunt and being harsh and kind of being, like, immature, but it's also a card to me of, like, dreaming and, like, allowing yourself to be in the energy of, like, being hopeful and being excited. But it's, like, sometimes, like, and then that energy can help you be very like like a very playful energy, but it can also be an energy of impatience too. So, and then with that, like that's what I'm getting is like this impatience towards this 10 of Pentacles. Like, but you have to know that like with the Pentacles and this foundation energy, that it's like that takes time. It takes diligence, which is the Knight of Pentacles. It takes like persistence, and it takes time to unfold. And if that's something that you want, that's something you desire, then you have to be willing to be patient. And then under that was like the Four of Cups, which is like this feeling of like something's missing, or like things aren't moving fast enough, or it's not what you want it to look like, or being dissatisfied, or feeling like, yeah, there's just an opportunity that you're missing. But then under that was the Ten of Pentacles, like you're not truly missing anything. This is always speaking to me of like that Ace of Cups, like giving yourself that love, filling that void with your own self-love, with your own self-nurturing, which is very Queen of Pentacles. And then by doing that, you're creating this energy of Ten of Pentacles within yourself, and then that's what you're calling in. And I love that, because then under that was King of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy, which I love. And this is like taking action on creating this energy of Ten of Cups, I feel. But there's also still some confusion, it feels like overwhelm of like so many different directions you could go and not knowing which direction to kind of go in, feeling like a little emotionally overwhelmed. So that might be what like is keeping, or is like kind of like a slow movement, is because there might be some overwhelm and to go really slow, which is totally okay. But then under that is the Chariot. I love this card, and it's like a card of balance, movement forward, which is what we were getting. Like there is movement forward, and I love this card because the castle's in the background, and like feeling very stable. Feeling very balanced, like the polarities of the black and white within yourself, the light and the dark, and feeling very connected to your purpose, to your destiny. That's what this card always speaks to me, to that. And like taking the steps, especially with the King of Wands there, taking the steps to move forward from that energy of passion. Okay. All right, I do want to pull some of these. The Oracle, just to clarify. I feel like that was pretty thorough, but what do we need to know with this full moon, with this Page of Pentacles and Two of Cups? What do we need to know? Time to go. Yeah, so this is an energy of like leaving, like time to go, time to let go of whatever is not serving this energy of this Two of Cups is what I'm getting. This energy of like Page of Pentacles. Time to go, like what I was saying, like where are you investing your energy? Time to leave whatever you're investing your energy in that's not reciprocal, that's not even or balanced or given, like an even give and take, to leave that behind, to leave that, to go. And I think this is a 9 card. So this is like the end of a cycle. It feels like Spirit is supporting this leave, or this journey kind of like, and that's a very Sagittarius energy to me. It's always an energy of like exploration and adventure. This could be like a physical move, especially with the Page of Pentacles, because it's a very physical, grounded energy, or it could be like a journey within yourself. So take whatever resonates. But to allow yourself to move forward, like that's a repetitive message, especially with the Knight of Pentacles, because it's slow movement. The Wheel of Fortune is movement. The Eight of Pentacles is like steady, slow movement forward. So it's like there is this energy of like movement forward, of like continuing to like follow your steps and follow your guidance, especially with the stars, and like knowing that you're supported by the stars, like you're supported by, you know, a higher purpose. This is supported. And you may feel that energy, especially with the Page of Pentacles, that energy of support. You may feel very supported, even if you don't feel like you feel supported in the physical, but you're getting this sense of feeling very supported by your purpose, supported by your faith, like supported by beings that aren't physical. And that's a great energy to be in. That knowing that you're supported by spirit will always bring you the highest outcome, in my opinion. And allowing yourself to move from that energy, allowing yourself to be moved by that energy. That's maybe that, and it's bringing you to this Two of Cups energy, which I love. Like as you move forward, as you continue to grow, especially with the Page of Pentacles, you'll call in and you'll like move towards this Two of Cups, or like this. Like, it could be like a soulmate connection, is what I'm getting. Okay. What is being illuminated? Right? Yeah, what is being illuminated with this King of Swords and Wheel of Fortune? Observer, exactly. That's a very King of Swords energy. It's like this energy of detachment, of taking a step back, allowing yourself to observe the changes you're kind of desiring, allowing yourself to observe. And I like that it's like looking up at the moon. Yeah, like really, I want to read that one. Actually, I feel called. 49. Yeah, perspective, exactly, with the King of Swords. Objective, neutral observation from a distance. Most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these are their only reality. There are times when you need to distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is the perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Exactly, and I love that with Sagittarius. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged in with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination, that's exactly what I asked. What are we illuminating? Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. And I feel like called to read this relationship message. Sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees in your way. Feelings get all jumbled up, which I was feeling that with that Seven of Cups. Feelings get all jumbled up, and often you hear one thing when a person says another. It can be like an echo of an unresolved past experience dubbed over your conversation. Take time out before you react. It's likely the other person has no idea how his or her words have affected you. Take a few steps back and lend understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Take to higher ground now and cultivate curiosity about what you observe in yourself and others and in the landscape. You will find things much improved sooner than you know. That was okay. That felt so unbelievably on point. That relationship message. That was crazy with that King of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. You will find things much proved and sooner than you know. That was beautiful. That's why I was being guided to read that. Okay. And I was guided to use this deck. That feels so on point. That was crazy. I love that. That's what's being illuminated. Our ability to communicate, and maybe miscommunication, and like recognizing that maybe like even like speaking from that King of Swords energy can create miscommunication, because it can be a very harsh energy. It can be a very like distance energy, but it can also but also King of Swords is like recognizing, like being really clear with your communication. So that's what I feel like is creating that change. It's like stepping back and observing your ability to communicate, and that's what will create the change. And that's what's being illuminated. Love that. What needs to be released with this Queen of Pentacles and this King of Pentacles? What needs to be released? Okay, never-ending story in reverse. Yes, I love this. So I think in reverse, I might actually read it too, but I think in reverse, and what I'm picking up just like intuitively is to like Like I was saying, let go of that old story. Let go of the old story that tells you you're not good enough. Let it go. Just let it fall like upside down. Like, let it go. And also, like, there's a clock on here. Oh, it says, oh, I see. This girl's kind of like in anguish, and there's this mirror sitting next to her, and then there's like this timer, and there's this little thing that says, love, no, yes, no, yes, no, me, yes, no, and it's like this little arrow. And it's like things seem so uncertain, or like time is ticking. This is kind of like a card I'm picking up on the feminine energy of this, like, telling this old story that, like, especially because it's like this Knight of Pentacles, it's a very slow moving energy. I'm getting that it's moving very slow, and that this is going to test a lot of feminine energies, to have patience. And if you believe in it, that you will, like, not wait, but allow it to happen when it happens, and stop telling yourself a story in your head that doesn't align with what you truly feel, and to let go of those limiting beliefs that tell you you can't have this. Even if it's moving a lot slower than you want it to. It's about really, like, healing that impatient wound, and like those stories we tell ourselves that we're going to run out of time, like, especially when in regards to having a family, especially with that Queen of Pentacles. It feels like women are going to be very drawn to mother, to very, very drawn to children. And it's not because they want to have children. I mean, that is true too, but it's also just that energy of, like, wanting to care for the world's children. It's directly, like, derived from our purpose, I feel, and that's why we feel called to that. So we might feel called to that, and that might want to push our masculines to hurry along, or to grow faster than they actually can, and to allow them to grow at their own pace, and to not get caught up in these old storylines that aren't true, and knowing that true love, is worth waiting for. True love endures all. That when you're in the Queen of Pentacles energy, that you know that, and you won't settle for anything less, because you know what you deserve, and you know what you want. And when you're allowing and you're willing to be patient, and you're allowing yourself to tell a new story of one that you feel worthy of and that you feel deserving of, then that's really, when you really change your timelines, and you shift your destiny, because you're telling yourself a new story. So you're going to call in a brand new, experience into your life. But let's read that too. So I'm pretty sure it's like, avoid drama at all costs, to, like, stay out of people's business, and you have to really like, stop telling yourself the same old story. Okay, yes. This is a time to avoid drama at all costs, especially when it comes to other people's stuff. Your sensitivity is on overload these days, and you're best served by keeping your distance. Your mantra today is, not my circus, not my monkeys. All this drama will pass, and you will carry on unscathed and blameless. I love that. Because, like, I feel like this energy of, like, you're in this Queen of Pentacles energy, and not allowing anyone to mess with how you feel about yourself and your value, as this Knight of Pentacles moves very slowly towards you. She might be in a position where it's like, people may be questioning you, or people may want to project things onto you, or to blame you for their problems. But you know that when you're in that energy of Queen of Pentacles and you're giving to yourself, you won't let anyone take you away from what you know you're doing, especially in regards to your purpose. Like, and I feel like a lot of women feel called towards their purpose, and they know what they're doing, and so they feel very, like, stable and protected and supported by spirit, like what I was saying with that time to go card, and feeling very supported by your own self-worth, and not allowing anyone to mess with that as this unfolds in a very slow way. It may require you to, like, to just nurture yourself and take a step back, to not get caught up in those old storylines that don't serve you. Okay, what is your advice for us with this full moon? A leg up. I like that. So I'm going to read the relationship message I hear from this message. They want me to read that, but what I'm getting intuitively is just, like, this is a card of, like, of interdependence. It's like working together with spirit, which I love with this Eight of Pentacles, because, like, this is, like, just, and this is, like, all about, like, working by yourself, and this could be, like, your own spiritual work, your own, your own spiritual growth, your own healing, and allowing yourself to work on that, and being very focused. This guy's, like, very laser focused on doing what he's doing, and creating what he wants. That's what I'm getting there, is that, like, as you continue to like move forward and work on yourself and just continue to move forward and working and juggling whatever your circumstances and your emotions, that you're calling in this like this assistance. And this is like working with spirit to me, working with yeah, and just working well with others. Let's read that actually. Receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence. You've come, well, actually, I was going to read the relationship. I'll read both. You've come to a point where going it alone is no longer optimal for you. Life has a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with who can give you a leg up during this next phase of your journey. I love that. Help comes to you in all areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept that aid so freely given. When you enhance interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. And the relationship message says relationships that are healthy thrive on interdependence. It's important to recognize that you need others as much as they need you. You must allow people to support you just as you are there for them. This is a time to be vulnerable, to speak up about your needs, and to ask for them to be fulfilled. Trust. You will be met with kindness and love. Don't expect others to read your mind, though. Ask and it is given. That's so important. I feel like especially as you're working diligently and you're working, asking for help is important. Or like delegating, exactly like I just said, like delegating things. Just to like ask for help or to open up space to allow yourself to and this is also the prosperity message. Now is the perfect time to seek advice from a mentor or business advisor who has been where you want to go to help you get there too. If you do, you will receive very good counsel that will aid in your prosperity. It may also be the case that your endeavors have grown and you are in a position where you just can't do it all yourself anymore. Time to bring on those who can give you a leg up. Trust that help is available and will indeed appear. Delegate authority to others so you can take steps towards your big dream. The perfect people will arrive at the perfect time so long as you step forward with just a mustard seed of faith. Yeah, I really like that. Okay, yeah, and then underneath the deck was co-create. I love that. That's a beautiful message, especially with that leg up there. Like, yeah, and then you might be like doing this through chaos and conflict. And that's also number 33. But things are like regenerating. Like, there will be a rebirth. I like that. Okay, I'm going to do a journey of love, and I'm going to end it since I'm already at 42. That's okay. Actually, this felt very, I don't know, it feels very loving. Let's do both. I am going to do a light worker oracle too, I think. What message do you have for this full moon? Actually, I think I am going to read these intuitively, and I'm going to pull one for each. What do we need to know with this time to go? Okay, sensual awakening. I love that with the Two of Cups. Like, this is like a feeling of very balance within yourself, awakening to your sensuality, getting in tune to your body, like really awakening that passion within yourself, especially with that Two of Cups and it being like the Page of Pentacles, so a very grounded energy. It's that very like sensual, like earth fire energy. And it's like meeting that like ethereal and like that like cooler energy within yourself too, like that calmness and that passion meeting within each other. It's like that heat and the coolness like merging within yourselves. I love that because it's a very give and take energy is what it feels like, and to kind of like be in that energy and move away from whatever isn't creating that energy within you. I love that. What is being illuminated with the observer? Okay, let the feminine lead the way. I love that. So I love this because it's like a very masculine energy where like the King of Swords and like allowing the King of Swords, that masculine energy to kind of take a step back and detach and observe and allow his feminine energy to lead the way, allowing his intuition to lead the way, because that's how he's going to see in the dark is by relying on his intuition, by relying on his heart space. So I love that. That's a perfect, beautiful energy with the King of Swords is like taking a step back and allowing his emotions kind of to lead the way. And that's both within us too. So allowing ourselves to let our minds kind of take a step back and allowing ourselves to lead with our emotions and to lead with our hearts. I love that. And see, like, taking a step back and seeing where your heart wants you to go, see where your emotions are leading you, and trying to, instead of trying to like figure it all out with your mind, just like observing yourself and allow your feelings to show you where you're going. Because that's what I'm getting, is things might feel uncertain, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, because Wheel of Fortune is change, and people want to resist change, but this is saying to not resist change, to allow the feminine, allow your emotions, allow your intuition to lead the way, and watch your emotions. And as you do that, you'll feel certain, you'll feel secure, you'll feel like at peace within yourself, and that's what will really create the change. I love that. What needs to be released with this never-ending story? What needs to be released? The Swan. I love this. This card speaks as a card of like grace and allowing things to kind of like, it's exactly like I was saying, that Queen of Pentacles and that Knight of Pentacles, allowing things to kind of just flow as they will, allowing yourself to grow in the process, allowing yourself to move through challenge with ease, even if things seem uncertain, to allow yourself to be carried with grace and effortlessness by spirit, by allowing yourself to open up to that part of you that is just completely supported by the divine, that is wealthy and yeah. It's a very beautiful energy there. That's what is being released. Anything that doesn't make you feel at peace. And then, let's see, I don't think I can pause this here, but if you hear noise in the background, that's okay. And then what is your advice right now? Just a leg up. All right, we have Cosmic Butterfly. I love that. Yeah, so this is a card to me of like transformation and allowing yourself to transform, allowing yourself to like come out of the darkness and like spread your wings and fly, allowing yourself to move and grow and shift and adapt, and especially with like co-creating there and like with that leg up with from spirit, and like allowing yourself to like transform, allowing yourself to like bloom and to come alive. That's the advice there. And then yes, I love underneath the deck was intimacy. So feeling very connected. I love there's like two people in the card. Feeling very connected to your sense of self, connected to source, and that creates a very intimate connection with yourself. And no, buddy, I'm busy right now. Hi. You need to come out here. Okay. Come on. Here. And I'll do one more from the Lightwork Oracle, just because it feels like there's a lot of energy around purpose, and these always speak to me when it comes to purpose. So, what do we need to know about this full moon? Sixth ray of devotion. So I'll read that. Alright. And then under that was spiritual service, so that's perfect, which is also number 3. Okay, 43. So a little longer, but let me wait for the garbage truck to go by. Mm-hmm. Can you say garbage truck? Okay, buddy. Go, go, go. I'll be out in a minute. Okay. So, alright. So this is the sixth ray of devotion. Bestows the qualities of persistence, unwavering focus, and intensity of feeling. It is a gift of the strength to move mountains with your will for what you love. When the sixth ray of devotion appears, you are being given guidance that even if you do not seem to have much worldly power right now, the power of your beliefs can conquer obstacles. The Archangel Uriel helps you receive the blessing of the sixth ray now, which I feel is the crown chakra, which felt so spot on. You are receiving a blessing of the sixth ray of devotion. It is serving your soul growth and will help you develop faith in your principles and trust in the power of your beliefs. You will be able to recognize and appreciate the extraordinary strength within you and realize that you have enough willpower to keep working towards your dream, which is totally this Eight of Pentacles energy. Overcoming any obstacle until you are divinely successful, which I love that. That is perfect, especially with this Two of Pentacles here. And I was saying that, like, moving through obstacles with ease. The sixth ray reminds you of the power of love, which can conquer anything and everything. I love that. Love is an empowering, motivating force far stronger than fear. Love is the foundation of authentic spiritual devotion. Devotion to the divine empowers us to bear burdens, overcome obstacles, and manifest all manner of beautiful visions in a world that may at first assure us that our dream is not possible. The sixth ray blesses you with spiritual stubbornness and sacred rebellion against any odds. The challenge with the sixth ray is to not become so anchored in your beliefs that you become fanatical, judging others because their beliefs are different. You can be unwavering in your adherence to your belief system and yet honor the fact that there are as many paths to divine union as there are people, that the ways the universe calls you home to love are unlimited. Yes, I love that. If you do not honor this, you may try to pull people from their own path, which can create unnecessary struggle for them and unnecessary karma for you. The best way to honor the blessing and minimize the challenge of this ray is to share your truth with an open heart and an open mind. Share without agenda. For those working with this energy, the power of mind and emotions will come into focus. You may need to channel your emotional and mental power into worthy projects or practice balancing your intensity with lightness of heart and playfulness so that you don't become harsh or despairing if things appear not to be working out the way you believe they should. Then your faith can remind you love always finds a way. When Archangel Uriel connects with you, a tremendous power, the power of earth, is brought to your aid. Uriel brings healing energy an ability to cause real effect in the physical world with your mental and emotional power, exactly with that King of Swords and that let the feminine lead the way, which will create the Wheel of Fortune and the change. Perfect. Remember, you are here to shine your light. Others can choose to use your light to see by until they are ready to discover their own inner light. That's perfect with the let the feminine lead the way, or not. It is not anything you need to worry about. Simply live your truth, trust in your heartfelt beliefs, and devote yourself to love. Finally, as the sixth ray has a special connection to religion and love, you are asked to hold the healing power of love in your heart for all those who are evolving through a life experience involving religious practice. This can help counterbalance the judgment and fear that exists in the hearts of many towards religions that are not in their own or that have been the vehicle through which abuse has taken place. Religion on this planet at this time needs love, support, and encouragement to evolve, heal, and grow in whatever way ultimately serves divine love. The invocation says, I now accept of my own free will the blessing and grace of the sixth ray of devotion and its blessings of will, strength, purpose, and the miraculous power of loving belief. I invite the genuine, unconditionally loving masters and archangels, including Uriel, Christ, Mary Magdalene, and Mother Mary, to assist me and all beings on this earth in integrating the blessings of the sixth ray of devotion. I choose to keep my mind open and my heart soft, my will powerful and my actions true. May kindness prevail and passion idealism be tempered by mercy for the greatest good. So be it. That was a beautiful message to end the reading. I hope this was helpful. I hope you have a wonderful full moon, and I'm sending so much love.